As I've mentioned elsewhere, my wife and I lived in North Yorkshire for a long time. We both adopted the county. It's a beautiful county, probably the most beautiful in the country. Whilst I was there, I wrote lots of poems about the landscape and the myths and the legends associated with North Yorkshire. These are just a few of them. The first two poems were inspired by Yorda's Cave. Yorda's Cave, number 1. Absolutely black, my racing heart fills the silence of this impossible space with echoes of thunder. The distant roar of a waterfall calls my blood to follow. The terrible pressure of unseen walls squeezes me in the grip of imagination. The dancing magic of a candle flame draws me on. Darkness breathes until the flame is gone. Yorda's Cave, number 2. Squeezed in the giant's fist, fingers crushed tight so that neither sound nor light touch my tingling senses. Set down, set free in a world of perfect darkness, all sound racing away, chasing itself into silence. I roll into a ball of clay to await the first footfall. Much of Yorkshire is a region of limestone, which is why there are so many caves in the area, and limestone is easily eroded. Scars. Whose restless half-seen shadow flits cloud-like across these hills? What wild and relentless spirit glides ghost-like from crag to dale? What claws rake these hills, gouge boulders from sockets and expose raw rock to the raging fury of seasons? What untamed beast roams these valleys, leaving its lair of vaulted darkness beneath the sodden turf? What relentless cruelty tears land asunder, leaving raw arteries to bleed unstaunched towards the sea? Why do these rocks not cry out in pain? Probably the most famous landmark in North Yorkshire is Malham Cove. Above Malham Cove there is an area called the Pavement, which is an area of limestone which has been eroded with lots of cracks and faults. The Pavement is a very dangerous place to go on, especially in the rain. The limestone can be slippery, and if you don't tip yourself over the edge, you could easily get one of your feet could drop down into one of the grikes, the cracks, and snap your ankle, just like that. The Pavement. Gremlins' eyes and goblins' mouths gape in holes and cracks. Blind faces turn to follow as I tread forgotten paths. Withered fingers snatch and twist as I move along the ledge, my feet steering clear of crevice, hole and edge. It's too easy to imagine being trapped amongst these stones, and to believe that by the morning there will be nothing left but bones. Malham Cove, number 1. Climbing cloudwards, waves rise above me. The weight of their shadows is too much to bear. I turn and run, expecting at any moment to be drowned by the final fall of petrified waters. Malham Cove, number 2. Tarn dipped, its fleece long since devoured by carrion wind, its bones calcified and thickened by ages of rain. The corpse humps its way towards eternity, stillborn of a still mother, womb walls only partially dissolved by baptismal waters, lying there still in the cradle of its own making, petrified by the sun. Beck and Tarn. Rain puddles rock sides, seeps through grikes, trickles and chatters its way along ancient stream beds until it gathers darkly silent in grassy hollows and rocky basins scoured by wind, carved by ice, or violently gouged and sculpted by wandering waters. Eventually falling still, glassy mirrors of air, impossibly close, impossibly far away, waiting to be stirred into life by the touch of your imagination as reflected cloudscapes scroll without purpose until they fragment and disappear at the edges of their universe. Meanwhile, shadows, dark echoes of a troubled sky, already probe surrounding hills, as if seeking entry into the underworld. If you've never been to North Yorkshire, go. It's a beautiful county.